Late night in the room where silence grows, two chairs face like when love first showed. A flicker from the window, city lights dim, searching for the words that might bring us back again. You pour the coffee, hands a little shaky. I watch the steam curl soft but unsteady. Every glance carried weight we never planned. Building walls around us with no one to stand. But here in the quiet, underneath the strain, I hear the beating of a heart that's still the same. No shouting, no blame, just a breath between, fighting for a chance to heal what's unseen. We're holding on, not with fire but with care, piecing together the cracks in the air. No loud declarations, just steady and true, fighting for us again in the quiet with you. Old photographs tucked beneath the bed, memories tangled in the words we said. I trace the lines of your tired face, hoping for a sign, a small saving grace. In the hush of the night, truth sometimes shows, the battles we choose and the love that still grows. No grand speeches or wild demands, just a quiet fight with open hands. We're holding on, not with fire but with care, piecing together the cracks in the air. No loud declarations, just steady and true, fighting for us again in the quiet with you. It's not about winning or losing the fight, but finding the calm in the longest night. Hand in hand, step by step, we'll mend in the silence where broken hearts can bend. We're holding on, not with fire but with care, piecing together the cracks in the air. No loud declarations, just steady and true, fighting for us again in the quiet with you. Late night in the room where silence once grew, now a fragile piece slowly pulling us through. The sky's a canvas, red and gold. We stand together, stories untold. Smoke curls up from the city streets. Hand in hand, our hearts still beat. Fires blaze outside, but inside here, your steady eyes dry my tears. The heat surrounds but can't break what's true. I'll hold you close, just me and you. When the flames keep dancing all around, we find a way to stand our ground. In the roar of a world on fire, love's the spark that lifts us higher. Even if it hurts, I'll stay with you, come what may. Ash falls like confetti in the air, yet your smile burns brighter there. Through shattered glass and broken roads, our stories written in honest codes. Chaos may threaten to steal the night, but in your arms I find the light. When the flames keep dancing all around, we find a way to stand our ground. In the roar of a world on fire, love's the spark that lifts us higher. Even if it hurts, I'll stay with you, come what may. Smoke may fill the air, but we breathe deep. Hold on to this promise we both keep. No blaze too wild, no road too tough. When we're together, we're enough. When the flames keep dancing all around, we find a way to stand our ground. In the roar of a world on fire, love's the spark that lifts us higher. Even if it hurts, I'll stay with you, come what may. The fire fades, but not our song. Together here is where we belong. Streets hum beneath the neon bleed, last shattered dreams on cracked concrete. Leather boots track the midnight rain. In this tangled web, we stake our claim. Corners filled with restless eyes, graffiti tales and streetlight lies. Old diners flicker through the haze, stories lost in the city maze. But the road won't drown what's true. Sun beats down on the cracked front porch. A weathered old sign swings creaking soft. Boots tapping slow on these faded boards. That's how we carry the stories forward. We grew up where the river bends slow, chasing fireflies under street lamp glows. Mama's voice calling from the kitchen door. Life was simple, but it meant so much more. Every old fence post and every grain of dirt holds a memory of dirt on hands and work. Footprints on old dusty roads, leading back to the place that molded our souls, where laughter and tears carve the years, and we learn to stand even when fear appears. The church bells ring on Sunday morn. Kids run wild past the fields of corn. Grandpa's stories by the firelight glow, lessons handed down from long ago. Time moves steady like a river flows, but some things stay and everybody knows. Footprints on old dusty roads, leading back to the place that molded our souls, where laughter and tears carve the years, and we learn to stand even when fear appears. No flash, no glamour, just honest days, living small town life in a million ways. The sky so big, the heart so wide. In every goodbye, there's a piece that's still high. Footprints on old dusty roads, leading back to the place that molded our souls, where laughter and tears carve the years, and we learn to stand even when fear appears. We're just footprints on these old dusty roads, carrying home wherever life goes. The sky burns red way beyond the cornfield rows. A restless wind carries tales nobody knows. We met where the fire trucks rolled down Main Street, in a town heated up like the summer beneath our feet. You had dust on making noise overseas. You pulled me close through the rustling of the leaves. In a world on fire, where hope screams loud and clear, we found a quiet place that only we could hear. Love's not just a spark, it's a steady flame, holding hands against the heat, calling out your name. Neighbors boarded up windows, shadows filled the streets, but you and I danced in the ashes at our feet. Every siren's cry reminded us what's at stake. Still we chose to stand, not a chance to break. The fire roared but couldn't touch what grew inside. A quiet strength in you, where my heart could hide. In a world on fire, where hope screams loud and clear, we found a quiet place that only we could hear. Love's not just a spark, it's a steady flame, holding hands against the heat, calling out your name. Through the smoke and the noise, we carved out our story like rivers cutting stone, steady in their glory. No siren, no blaze can tear us apart, because love's the calm that settles in the heart. In a world on fire, where hope screams loud and clear, we found a quiet place that only we could hear. Love's not just a spark, it's a steady flame, holding hands against the heat, calling out your name. When the world burns bright and the night feels long, we'll keep our fire alive, where love stays strong. The radio played low, a night without a sound, empty chairs between us, silence all around. We sat on that old porch, seasons passing slow, bare feet on wooden boards, where wildflowers used to grow. Your eyes told a story, your words never found, like a lonesome train rolling past without a sound. But somewhere past the quiet, past the still and the cold, our hearts were still fighting, holding tightly to hold. Through all the doubt and shadows, through all the twists and turns, we held on to the moments, the lessons that we learned. No need for spoken promises or fierce with coffee cups and signs. No loud confessions, just the warmth behind our eyes. But sometimes the hush is louder than 1,000 shouts. But love's in the space where no one ever doubts. No grand declarations, just the way you hold my hand. And quiet resilience, we made our final stand. Through all the doubt and shadows, through all the twists and turns, we held on to the moments, the lessons that we learned. No need for spoken promises or lines that never rhyme. We survived the silence, we found the sound between the words. Sometimes love is silent, a river deep and wide, but beneath the stillness there's a current we can ride. No volume, no clamor, just a steady, quiet beat. In that peaceful rhythm our hearts still meet. Through all the doubt and shadows, through all the twists and turns, we held on to the moments, the lessons that we learned. No need for spoken promises or lines that never rhyme. We survived the silence, we found the sound between the words. And as the morning wakes with light upon the blue, we speak in quiet ways, 'cause silence spoke the truth. Worn boots tapping down these quiet roads, every step a story, every mile shows. Rest on the mailboxes, fields under sun, the maps of where I've been leading to someone. Faded jeans and a crooked smile, lost in the dust of a long, long while. Broken fences and old barn doors, lessons I learned from all my scars. Paint the painted lines on my skin, but somehow it wasn't the end. Through tangled paths and wild runs free, I found the road that brought you to me. Maps of where I've been, written deep porch light flickers just like last night. I watch the empty road where you took your flight. We carved our names on that worn out fence back when the world didn't make much sense. Summer nights with a bottle of wine, laughing hard till we lost track of time. But the years, they pulled at the seams, left us tangled in broken dreams. Where we landed, it's not what we planned. Paper castles washed away by sand. But I still see you by the firelight's glow, even when the winds of doubt begin to blow. Your footsteps echo on the gravel drive. I replay every chance we might survive. The fights, the silence, the tears untold, stories of a heart that's growing cold. Yet through the cracks some light still breaks, and all the pieces the love still shapes. Where we landed, it's not what we planned. Paper castles washed away by sand. But I still see you by the firelight's glow, even when the winds of doubt begin to blow. Maybe we're learning how to bend, not break, finding new ground with each mistake. In the silence after the storm has passed, love's not perfect, but it's still meant to last. Where we landed, it's not what we planned. Paper castles washed away by sand. But I still see you by the firelight's glow, even when the winds of doubt begin to blow. The old porch light steady shining through. Where we landed, I still reach for you. Strings hum softly like a memory awakes, in every bar and every note the heart makes. Old jukebox in this dusty roadside bar, playing songs on repeat, each one hits a scar. Feels like the air still carries your scent here. Every melody's a story crystal clear. And I'm not walking away, these tunes hold tight. Trace your name in the lyrics every night. I hear your name in every song where love still lives. In every chord that plays, it's you my heart forgives. Even when the crowd is gone and the lights go dim, your name is written in the lines of every hymn. Pickup trucks and front porch summer talks, those simple words beneath the hawk's watch. Mallet spinning round this weathered neon sign, where your voice and mine would always intertwine. No matter how the years try to bury the past, this songbook keeps our moments meant to last. I hear your name in every song where love still lives. In every chord that plays, it's you my heart forgives. Even when the crowd is gone and the lights go dim, your name is written in the lines of every hymn. Through every crossroads, every winding road I take, tunes play your name like the dawn at a quiet lake. It's not just a song, but the life we once knew, carved in every melody that leads me back to you. I hear your name in every song where love still lives. In every chord that plays, it's you my heart forgives. Even when the crowd is gone and the lights go dim, your name is written in the lines of every hymn. Every tune remembers you. Every tune remembers you. And love still lives in every song they play. The room was thick with nothing said. Eyes on the floor, hearts filled with lead. No words to fill the air, only time stretched thin. We stood apart, yet still held within. Remember those nights we barely spoke, silent dinners, the cold smoke. The TV played a lonely sound. We built our walls all around, but beneath the quiet, a pulse still grew, a fragile thread that pulled us through. It wasn't the storm that broke our will, but the calm so sharp and still. We dug deep in that quiet place, found a strength we didn't chase. We survived the silence, held down the fight, still here, still breathing through the fading light. No words needed when hearts align, just the beat of two souls keeping time. Morning coffee in separate rooms, lost in thoughts, the swirling gloom. But the coffee stayed warm on the side, like the hope we tried to hide. Slowly hands found their way back home. In that quiet we were not alone. It wasn't the silence that won the day, but the sparks we found It's how we survive. In the calm we learn to hear. The strongest love is always near. We survive the silence, held down the fight. Still here, still breathing through the fading light. No words needed when hearts align. Just the beat of two souls keeping time. Still breathing through the noise, holding on, finding joy. As the silence didn't tear us apart, it whispered the language of the heart. The old dirt road winds through the fields of gold. Sun setting slow, a story yet untold. Beneath the open sky, you and I stand tall. In this quiet place, we might just have it all. A faded sign that marks the corner store where we first met, heart started to soar. Your laugh still lingers on that wooden porch swing, like a summer breeze that makes the bluebirds sing. Time's been a river, nothing stays the same. But here in this town, love still knows our name. If you still believe where love still lives, there's a place in the valley where our story begins. Through the storms and the silence, the joy and the pain, in this small town heartbeat, we'll find love again. The old barn lights flicker under a rising moon. We dance between hay bales to an old front porch tune. Your hand in mine feels like coming home. In this field of dreams, we're never alone. Every sunset writes a brand new line in the book of us, through the test of time. If you still believe where love still lives, there's a place in the valley where our story begins. Through the storms and the silence, the joy and the pain, in this small town heartbeat, we'll find love again. No grand cities, just open skies where every moment feels alive. Hold on tight, let the world wait. Here in this place, love won't break. If you still believe where love still lives, there's a place in the valley where our story begins. Through the storms and the silence, the joy and the pain, in this small town heartbeat, we'll Every mile, every door, where you lead, I'm ready to go. No question, just let me know. When the morning breaks the night and your worries start to bite, I'll be the hand that pulls you through. Doesn't matter what you ask me to. Storms may come and skies may fall, but I'd stand firm through it all. No mountain too high, no river too wide. With you there's nowhere to hide. I'd do it all for you, no matter what. Crossfire and rain, never enough. Every step on this lonely road, I carry your heart. It's my only love. Late nights when you feel alone, through the silence, a calling tone. I'm your shelter, your steady hand, ready to fight, to take a stand. Storms may roar and winds may scream, but you're the anchor in my dream. No turning back, no second guess. I'll wear your love like a fortress. I'd do it all for you, no matter what. Crossfire and rain, never enough. Every step on this lonely road, I carry your heart. It's my only love. If the world's weight tries to bend our frame, I'll hold tight, keep you safe from the flame. No sacrifice too great, no distance too far. I'm your constant, your burning star. I'd do it all for you, no matter what. Crossfire and rain, never enough. Every step on this lonely road, I carry your heart. It's my only love. No matter what, I'll be right here. Through every joy, through every fear, you and me, we'll find the way. I'd do it all for you, come what may. Sunlight peeks through the curtains today, and coffee warms two hands that drift away. A quiet kitchen, but something's changed. The air is thick and hearts rearranged. We built our stories on small hometown streets, where laughter mixed with the summer heat. But the phone calls got shorter, eyes looked down. Our words like footprints, slowly lost in this town. When dreams decide to take different nights on the porch swing, stars up high, talking about forever under the open sky. Now the porch feels colder, the swing barely moves, yet in these worn boots there's a dance we can't lose. When promises feel like pages torn, we find the strength to paint a new dawn. But when hearts don't quit, even when tides rearrange, holding on to love that's bruised but still won't break. The roads might twist, the skies might turn strange, but here we stand, ready for when roads unfold again. No map to follow, no guide from before, just trust in the footsteps and open the door. Sometimes the hardest roads lead to the light, and we're still breathing in the quiet fight. When hearts don't quit, even when tides rearrange, holding on to love that's bruised but still won't break. The roads might twist, the skies might turn strange, but here we stand, ready for when roads unfold again. Here we stand, waiting for roads to unfold. When hearts don't quit, stories never get old. Ticks past the quiet hour, coffee cups and candle power. We sit so still, the world drifts slow. In this small room we both know. Remember that rain that soaked us cold, running down the old dirt road. Laughed so hard, hearts open wide, like we had nothing left to hide. But feelings shift like rolling tides, words we said and tears we've cried. Yet here we are, no need to speak. The strongest bond is sometimes meek. The night we stay, if we don't let go, hold tight to what we used to know. Through every fight, through every tear, love's not gone, it's standing near. So hold my hand, don't break the chain. Let midnight pass and ease the pain. Old photographs scattered on the floor, dusty frames from long before. Your tired smile in morning's light keeps me close through endless night. We've stumbled through those darker days, but still we find a gentle way to stay right here, to stand so strong. Keep holding on where we belong. The night we stay, if we don't let go, hold tight to what we used to know. Through every fight, through every tear, love's not gone, it's standing near. that's softly spoken to hearts tied by ropes so thin. We stay the course through thick and thin. The night we stay, if we don't let go, hold tight to what we used to know. Through every fight, through every tear, love's not gone, it's standing near. So hold my hand, don't break the chain. Let midnight pass and ease the pain. Together here as dawn will break. The night we stay for love's own sake. The night was quiet, the air stood still. Words unspoken, hearts tried to fill. Broken moments we never named, but here we are, still untamed. You and me sitting side by side, holding secrets we couldn't hide. Long roads traveled without a sound. In that silence, love was found. Every pulse felt like a test, but in the hush, we did our best. Through the quiet, hand in hand, we built our own promised land. We survived the silence, weathered the storm, kept our hearts safe and warm. No need for words, just trust and faith. Still here standing, unbreakable, we stay. The nights were long, the days unsure, but our love was steady and pure. Breathing space where words fell short. In the calm we found our fort. Quiet moments, loud inside, a story told with each stride. Through the quiet, hand in hand, we built our own promised land. We survived the silence, weathered the storm, kept our hearts safe and warm. No need for words, just trust and faith. Still here standing, unbreakable, we stay. No thunder, no cries, just steady ground. In the silence, our love is found. Not every story needs a shout. Sometimes love's what silence about. We survived the silence, weathered the storm, kept our hearts safe and warm. No need for words, just trust and faith. Still here standing, unbreakable, When the city dims and the buzz is gone, I'm left with the quiet of where we once shone. The faded photos, the coffee cups left on the counter where sunlight once touched. Your laugh still lingers in the kitchen air, but the room holds a secret as painfully bare. And every night the silence grows in this house where love used to flow. Streetlights and silent nights, that's all that's left behind. The colors we painted now are shades confined. I'm walking through empty halls, memories in my sight, trying to find you in the dark when the lights go out. The old porch swing, it creaks alone, like an old song played on a weathered phone. Your jacket still hanging on the back of the door, a ghost of you in the corner of this floor. And the clock keeps ticking through the night, counting the hours since you took flight. Streetlights and silent nights, shadows of what used to be. The air smells of memories, bittersweet and free. I'm tracing the lines of the love that burned bright, trying to find you in the dark when the lights go out. No sparks, no flames, just a quiet remains, a stillness that whispers your name. But I hold on to the hope somewhere inside. That morning will find us on the other side. Streetlights and silent nights, holding on tight to yesterday's glow. The stories we shared, the love we used to know. I'm reaching through darkness, searching for light, trying to find you in the dark when the lights go when the city dims and the buzz is gone. I'm left with the quiet, waiting for dawn. The evening air, a soft cool breeze, city humming its quiet please. We found ourselves beneath street lamps, a classroom built on hopes and chance. You brought your worn out notebook, I carried patience on my sleeve. Words lined up like fireflies, flickering true, sweet yet to believe. Between sips of midnight coffee, lessons taught without a script, a language old as human hearts. We learned how to hold and not to promises, no ticking clocks, just two souls taking the knocks. Every glance a sentence form, every laugh a chapter warmed. It was the night we stayed, learning how to stay, not just passing through the cracks or fading away. With every beat and every sign we drew a line, teaching us to stay, just to stay. That night was ours to claim. Windows fog with whispered jokes and candid hope so lightly spoke. The city's rhythm kept us grounded in tales where love was newly founded. You trace stories on my palm like geography unknown, maps of trust and tenderness, roads we'd walk alone. No need for grand designs, just the here, the now, the signs. Every smile a silent vow, every moment teaching how. It was the night we stayed, learning how to stay, not just passing through the cracks or fading away. With every beat and every sign we drew a line, teaching hearts to stay, just to stay. That night was ours to claim. No rush to understand it all, no fear to sometimes fall. In the quiet corners of that night, we found the strength to fight the flight. It was the night we stayed, learning how to stay, roots growing deeper where our dreams lay. Every heartbeat, every sign, we drew a line, teaching hearts to stay, just to stay. That night was ours to claim. So here's to that night we stayed, where silence spoke in shades, and we learned how to stay, learned how to stay. The morning sun climbs slow, paints the kitchen gold. Coffee brews reminds me of stories that we told. Faded pictures on the wall, the silent tales they keep of a love that once was lost but found its way to breathe. We walk through fields of dusty roads and old pine trees, hearts heavier than the sky, aching silently. I left with nothing but a suitcase and a worn-out dream. You stayed behind, watching time unfold the seams. But somewhere in the quiet, where the daylight softly bends, two broken pieces started learning how to mend. And it's like the air around us learned to hold us close again, breathing life into the spaces where we almost gave in. A simple touch nights by firelight, stories spinning slow, of promises we fumbled but still refused to let go. Roads of twisted storms that shook, but hearts remained in play, finding color in the gray, turning night back into day. It wasn't magic, wasn't fate, just patience in the rain, steady hands that held the pieces, laying down the pain. It's like the air around us learned to hold us close again, breathing life into the spaces where we almost gave in. A simple touch, a glance, a laugh upon the wind, love that learned to breathe again. We built a road from broken stones, every step a softer tone, the past behind, ahead we wait, in every breath a brand new day. And it's like the air around us learned to hold us close again, breathing life into the spaces where we almost gave in. A simple touch, a glance, a laugh upon the wind, love that learned to breathe again, love that learned to breathe again. The morning sun climbs slow, paints the kitchen gold. Our story's still unfolding with every breath we hold. The night was thick, the road was long, two hearts beating barely strong. We sat in silence, faces worn, questioning all that we had sworn. Remember that porch where secrets spilled, laughing loud, our dreams fulfilled. But somewhere down that tangled line, our colors faded, no longer shine. You looked at me with tired eyes, no more words, no more lies. Caught between holding on and letting go, stuck on roads we used to know. If we don't step back, if we don't breathe, will we find a way to believe? We're holding on to the breaking point like the last flame in a dying joint. If we don't let go, if we don't find space, we'll lose the light we're trying to chase. But maybe here, making peace with pain, we'll find a new sun after the rain. Your hand in mine began to tire, words unspoken, fuel for fire. We danced around the withering truth, chasing memories of our youth. But sometimes love's the hardest fight, when darkness steals away the light. Caught between holding on and walking away, searching for what the heart might say. Sometimes the kindest thing we do is letting go to start anew. We're holding on to the breaking point like a fragile glass about to join. If we don't point, but sometimes love's a sharper joint. If we don't let go, if we don't breathe free, we'll miss the chance to truly see. So here we stand on shifting ground. In letting go, new love is found. The night now calm, the road ahead. We walk alone, but not misled. Sometimes to save what's true and gold, you gotta loosen that grasp, let go. The night stretched long, a ribbon of black, but your hand held steady, never looking back. Crickets sang soft songs by the creek, and I found strength just by the way you'd speak. We walked through fields where the corn once grew, mud on our boots and stars blinking through. I stumbled a step, thought I lost my way, but you caught my fall, said we're okay. Your eyes like lanterns glowing bright, cut through the thick and endless night. Every glance a promise made, that even in dark hope won't fade. With the fire of you lighting my side, I'm sailing through storms I used to hide. No map, no compass, just your steady gaze, guiding me safe through unsure days. Lanterns on our trail, burning clear and true. In the darkest moments, I find strength in you. The wind may howl, the rain may pound, but your voice is a steady sound. Stories told in quiet words lift me higher than the birds. Your eyes like lanterns glowing bright, cut through the thick and endless night. Every glance a promise made, that even in dark hope won't fade. With the fire of you lighting my side, I'm sailing through storms I used to hide. No map, no compass, just your steady gaze, guiding me safe through unsure days. Lanterns on our trail, burning clear and true. In the darkest moments, I find strength in you. When the world weighs heavy and doubts appear, you reach out, pull me near. Lanterns glowing, through the night we roam. With you beside me, I'm already home.